Baby, please don't treat me like a groupie. I'm a fan, you don't know what you do to me. You a star, let me put you in this movie. Super fly, I'm surprised you ain't.
Get that bitch the fuck out of here now! Tommy!
Welcome back to my channel. I am sorry for the wait. You know, your girl been busy. But yeah, I'm back here with a new story time about how I got kicked out. I did a poll on my Instagram page and everybody voted for this one. So I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do another video after this video. So if you see me in the same outfit, mind your business, because there was another video that everybody voted for as well. So I'm gonna do that. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and keep this video pushing. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to give a short backstory of who I was with, when we started dating, and yeah. As you can see, I have Lucky here in the camera view, who just is very wild. But okay, let's get into it. So me and this guy was together for about 4 years on and off. I met him when I was in high school, I believe my junior year or my sophomore year, I can't remember. I think it was my junior year, because yeah, whatever. I'm going to name him Shark. So me and Shark were on and off throughout my junior year. Yeah, he was like my first everything, like my first love. Like when I say like I thought this was my soulmate, I thought this was my soulmate. And it didn't turn out to be my soulmate. It was going to be a lot of more story times of why it didn't turn out to be my soulmate. But yeah, so in this particular occasion, this was during COVID. Like there was really nothing to do. Like everybody, you know, they just chilled at home. Really, like, you couldn't really do nothing. And I was back home from college because of COVID, so they sent everybody home, and then we had online classes. So during this occasion or times, like, I would go to his house for a few days, chill there, and then go back home, you know, like, not really overstay my stay. So this one particular time, we was like, oh, let's go to the mall, like, to get, like, food or whatever. So it was like, okay, because we was hungry, right? So we ended up going to the mall. You know, we walked around for a few because there was really nothing open. There's really nothing to do. Walked around for a few. Then we went to go grab food at this Chinese place. I ended up paying, of course. Like, it's okay. Like, we always took turns or whatever. It wasn't that deep. So I ended up paying this time for the food. And we actually took my car to the mall. I just want to make y'all aware of this key fact. So we took my car to the mall. He drove. He really didn't like when I was driving because he said I drove too fast or whatever the case may be. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, so he drove my car to the mall. And then we got the food and then we drove back. I think we ate at the mall for a little bit as well. I can't remember if we did or not. But we probably did eat at the mall for a little bit. And then we went back to his house. So we're pulling up into his house. He lived in a gated community. And of course there was like ducks in the gated community as well. So we had the ducks crossing the road. And the ducks had crossed the other side of the road. I was like, you know, just turn the car here and go around them. Like, you really don't have to wait for them to, like, they was moving back and forth. They was taking a sweet time to get across this little parking lot. So he was like, oh, no, I ain't touching the car. I ain't moving the car. I'm waiting for them. I'm like, bro. And I took the wheel and I turned it around. And when he was pushing my hand out the way, he dropped his food, like, all over the car. And that's where it went downhill from there. So when he dropped the food, like, he started, like, getting mad, like, cursing me out, talking about, what the hell you doing, like, look at you play too much, like, look what you did, you should just listen to me, you should just stay in the passenger seat, you're not even driving, you should let me do what I had to do, da-da-da-da, and I'm like, my bad, kid, like, it's not that deep, and, you know, like, and I was like, we could just go back to the mall and get more food. It's like, it was no biggie at that point for me, like, I already said my piece. I apologize. We could go get more food. It's not that deep. He was like, still, it's the principle. You messing with my food. You know, I don't like when people mess with my food. I'm like, dude, you want my food? We literally ordered the same thing. Like, it's really not that deep. Like, whatever. So I think he was just trying to pick and choose a problem. So I started, like, he cooled down or whatever. So my thought he cooled down, but I guess not, because y'all gonna wait to the end. But so I'm thinking he cooled down, so we parked the car, and, you know, we cleaned out the car. You know, I just start laughing, because, like, I laughed to just cool the situation. Like, I'm just that person, and, like, things is not that deep after it happens. Like, let it go. You know, it's not that serious. So I start laughing or whatever, and he's talking about, why you laughing? One thing about me is I'm a laugh, so I continue laughing. Like, it's funny to me. it's funny to me. Like, first of all, it's my car. Like, if you mad, like, whatever, be mad, like, be mad. But I'ma laugh. Me though, I'ma laugh. So we finished cleaning up my car. We go inside. He get on his game, the Fortnite game, and he quiet. So you know me, I'm quiet too, I'm minding my business. Then I start laughing again. Like, I'm not even laughing at the same situation at this point, but I start laughing at something else. I guess my laughter and, like, me not being mad ticked him off in some type of way. Because then he goes, oh, you could go.
Here. Get that bitch the fuck out of here now. Tommy.
So I turned around and I said, go where? He said, oh, you could go home. Yo, you would have thought I was a bum bitch. The way he said you could go. You would have thought I was about to be on the streets. The way he said you could go. So I'm like, all right. If I go, I ain't coming back. Like, that was my mentality. Like, I ain't give a fuck. So he usually walked me down to my car or whatever. He didn't do none of that. He stayed in his room. When I left the room, he slammed the door. Bitch. But when I left the room, he slammed the door. And I'm like, bro, like, you doing too much. You really doing too much. So I got in my car, texted my mama what he did. Because, you know, one thing about me, I'm going to tell my mama. My mama going to know what you did. And she was like, girl. And so I went home. Like, I literally lived like 5 minutes away. So me going home wasn't no biggie. You would have thought he kicked me out and I was about to be on the streets. Like, what he did, like, you did too much. You thought you ate. Give me your plate. Because you really thought you did something. And he didn't do shit. So I went home. I went to my room and I chilled. And one thing about him, when he mad, he not going to text you for a few days. Like, one thing about me, if you're not going to text me for a few days, I'm not going to text you for a few more days. You know what I'm saying? So it went like a week without us talking to each other. And finally, I don't know how we started talking again. So finally, he either texted me or I texted him. And he was like, what you doing? I'm like, chilling. He was like, oh, do you want to come over? I said, no. Dude, you kicked me out. Like, why would I come back over? Like, he was like, oh, I ain't mean it like that. You know, I just needed my space. You never take shit serious. Like, you know, I don't play about my food. And I'm like, I'm still not coming. But it's like, it wasn't that deep to me. And I apologize if you felt real salty about that. But it's like, food is food. Like, we could literally, I literally offered to go get more. And you just did too much. Like, you really did too much. If you want to be mad. But you really did too much. So that was that. And then, of course, I ended up going back to his house like a few weeks or whatever. But, like, it was like, that was just, it was just stupid to me. Like, there was other minute and petty things he would do. Just, like, dude, it's really not that deep. It's really not that deep. But, yeah, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next.